A discount store can't stand to see my little thick ass coming, okay? What's up, love bugs? Welcome back for day 4 of Affordables Week. I hope y'all have been enjoying the show. I hope so, because I don't know if y'all can tell, my energy, even when I'm not feeling good, my energy has been on one because I'm so happy that I am able to just give the channel a little bit more love, you know? I love being here, and I hate that, you know, the channel has had to kind of be like a little bit of a secondary thing. But when I'm able to make the channel a priority, I go hard, okay? Today, we're talking my top tips for shopping natural hair care on a budget. Not just shopping natural hair care on a budget, but just making your natural hair experience more affordable, right? Oftentimes I see complaints that people go natural and thought, oh, I would be spending less money because I won't be going in to get relaxers and all these trims and blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. And they're like, but no, it was all a lie because I spent all this money and I still don't like my hair. And it's like, well, it's like that because you didn't take the path of least resistance, babes. And there are so many ways to save on natural hair care and to just save yourself money in the long run based on how you take care of your hair. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because this week is all about saving y'all some coin. So if you're interested in hearing all of my top tips on saving in your natural hair journey, then just keep on watching. Y'all, I've had so much coffee today. If you cut me open, I probably bleed coffee. And that's probably a really bad thing. I'm probably like this close to having a heart attack, but you know what? We're here. I need you to start shopping based on your hair needs, not based on popularity, not based on ingredient fear-mongering, and not because you're trying to keep up with the Joneses and shop like a YouTuber. Let's get into it, babes, okay? A lot of people go into their natural hair care journey, and I get this because I've done it. We go into our journey and we just start buying everything. We buy all of the shit that we don't need. You're dealing with a texture that you are not used to dealing with, and you just go out and you buy everything. You buy all the things that you have seen every single popular natural YouTuber talk about on their channels, and that's all good. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to want to try everything. But realistically, you're just throwing money down the drain. You're just throwing money down the drain. As far as basics go for hair care, you need a clarifying shampoo, a moisturizing shampoo, you need a conditioner, and you need some type of moisturizer. That's about it. Like, truthfully, that's about it. You can go into experimenting with gels and different creams and things like that. But you got to start off with the basics, and you also need to know what your hair needs. A lot of us are shopping for products that do not even remotely reflect the needs that we have of our hair, not cater to any of our needs, and then we're confused because it doesn't work. Oh, well, this person like that. Yeah, but this person has healthy hair with no damage, right? This person has a more medium type as opposed to having fine hair or super duper coarse hair. And this person has about 3 times the density that you have on your head. Yeah, it worked better for them because that product was a product that was made to work more for that person. And they picked up that product and tried it based on its claims that it was going to be something that was more suited towards their needs. Analyze what it is that you are looking for and what your hair needs. You guys hear me harp on the same things often, and I do that because I want to be clear in what my needs for my hair are, and then how the claims of the product are matching up to the needs of my hair. So I have finer strands. I like stronghold products, but I also look for things that are flexible, and if I can get them, I will look for things that will give me volume. So if I go pick up a gel that is not claiming to give volume, is not claiming to be moisturizing, is not claiming to give a flexible hold, I'm not necessarily going to pick that up thinking, oh, this is going to be all of those things, because it just says that it's a strong hold gel. That's it. That's all that it's telling me. Because my strands are finer, if I pick up a product that is marketed towards coarse hair, I'm going to adjust my expectations. Why? Because something that is marketed towards coarse hair is more than likely going to be softening in a way that could be problematic for me. Sometimes, because my hair is already relatively soft in nature, sometimes my hair can get way too soft. It can feel gummy, it can feel nasty. And so when I am picking up products and evaluating them, these are the things that I look to. I look at everyone that could be picking up the product, but you as the consumer, as the one person who was doing your hair, who doesn't have to worry about anybody else's opinions, the only thing that you need to be worrying about is what is going on with your hair, not somebody else's. So is your hair coarse, medium, fine? Does your hair tend to accept moisture? If you go if you go get in the shower, does it take a long time for your hair to soak up that water? Does it get dry very quickly? These are all things that you need to be considering when you are picking up products. Because if you're not doing that, you could just be picking up a bunch of stuff that doesn't even match up with what you need, that isn't even addressing the feeling that you're trying to get in your hair and what you're trying to evaluate. If you need something to soften your hair, then the first thing that you probably shouldn't be doing is going to go get a big old tub of Stronghold gel. You probably need to go find a moisturizer that's built to that first and evaluate that product and see how it works in your hair, and then move on and build from that. That's not always the easiest thing for people to do. It's important for you to know more about your hair than anyone else's. And a lot of us know way more about our favorite YouTubers' hair than we do our own. Let's be honest. If you guys want a video on that, because I haven't done anything like that in a while, I don't mind sitting down and showing you guys how I evaluate and come up with a routine that's best for me. That's something that I absolutely would be willing to do for you guys, because I know a lot of people need it. But also, just because something's popular does not mean you have to have it. And just because someone told you that an ingredient is bad or is problematic does not mean that you have to listen to it. In addition to that, please, you are going to waste so much money getting on these apps like Yuka and Think Dirty and using that to go through and buy all of your hair products. First of all, y'all, these apps are paid. These companies are paid. You cannot trust that they are telling you that something is actually safe for your hair or not. I'm just saying. They are paid actors, okay? It is okay to have questions about the ingredients in your products. That is totally fine. But when you let people lead you through your natural hair journey based on fear and misinformation, people who haven't taken a biology class since they were in high school do not have the authority to tell you that something is going to kill you or give you cancer. They don't. And that one article that they found on the internet is not an authority to tell you that something is going to keep you from ever getting moisture in your hair or give you cancer or make you sick. They don't have the authority to tell you that, babes. They don't. Okay? So try things, okay, based on what you need. Sometimes you might be able to pick out, when I use products that have this ingredient, maybe I have a little bit of a reaction to it. Or maybe you'll pick up a product and you'll say, every time I have a product with this ingredient in it, like my hair really thrives. I really get what I need out of it. And you'll start gravitating more towards products that have those certain types of ingredients that you like. Like me with beet sugar. Every time I use a product that got beet sugar in it, my hair be hairing, okay? The curls be curling. But you cannot let people get into your brain and give you ingredient brain rot. You see how I don't judge and shame people for the ingredients that are in their products? Very mindful, very demure, very cutesy. Let's keep it that way. Wait, I could give y'all a whole dissertation on that. So let's move on. Next up, this one might be controversial to some of y'all. but it has saved me money. And I think anyone who was in my shoes would agree that it saves them money. A lot of y'all need to be consulting with a stylist. A lot of y'all need to go find a hairstylist. And it does not need to be one of these bougie frou-frou, curly cut stylist people with all of these insane methods that they put behind paywalls. It does not have to be that. Listen, we all have our things. And even when you have people who are helping you figure out what your hair is lacking, what it's needing, how to evaluate what your hair is missing so that you can buy the best products for you and things like that. Not all of us are well versed in hair, okay? Not all of us are, and that is okay. I think a lot of us feel a little bit of shame when we get on the internet and we see people thriving in their journeys and we don't feel like we're there, and we feel like we try everybody's advice and everybody's techniques and we're not getting anywhere. A lot of y'all need to go see a stylist. Y'all need to find somebody who does natural hair. You need to set up a consultation because consultations are important. And you need to find somebody that you trust, that you can see, that can help you with maintenance, that can help you see where the damage is, that can help you see maybe your hair is not as bad as you think that it is. You're just not used to your hair texture, babes. That happens. These are things that are important to know, but things that a lot of us are not equipped to evaluate and understand. There's so much more that I understand about my hair because even though, yes, I take very good care of my hair, I established really great practices early on, but there are some things that I don't believe and trust 100% about my hair unless I go sit down in that chair, babe. It's just the honest to God's truth. There is so much that I see and understand and have explained to me from just sitting in my stylist chair. And I don't spend a ton of money a year on seeing a stylist. I see her twice a year. I get my cuts and I go. I'm due for cut 2 this year. So that's the only time I see her. And we sit down, we talk about what's going on with my hair, if I have any changes, what things have been like with my health and everything, if I'm having a lot of additional shedding, because she knows that I have endo. I've been with her since I was a teenager. So she knows my body be crazy. But when you have a good relationship with a stylist, these are things that they can take into account. These are things that they can help you with. And if it's something that's out of their purview, they can tell you who to go to get the correct information and get the help that you need. A lot of y'all are fighting battles that you cannot win because you need to go get your hair cut. You do not need to be putting your hair in a little twist and dusting those ends. You need to get your hair cut. And if you don't believe me, look at all the people who have been on these internet streets refusing to go see a stylist, refusing to just do the bare minimum of regular, basic, common sense hair care, dusting them ends, thinking they doing something, and guess what? Still getting big chops every 1.5 to 2 years. When you could just be investing your time in finding somebody who you trust, who works well with you, and can help you evaluate those things and give you a cut that will keep you from having to sit there and use your little dull ass scissors every other month. You get what I'm saying? A lot of us are just not equipped at all to deal with many of the things that come with our hair care journeys. There are people who went to school, who have licenses, who can help you. And I know that it's not always easy finding a hairstylist. Finding a hairstylist is like finding a good doctor. Y'all know I know. I have been through it. Finding a good hairstylist is like finding a good doctor because everybody is not going to be for you. Everybody is not going to have the same level of empathy. Everybody is not going to have the same investment in your hair journey. I get that, but it is still worth it to find someone who does. It will save you so much in the long run. I would probably be on like my 6th big chop if I did not have my stylist. And the money I spend on products is because I love doing this and because I'm nosy. I'm curious. I want to try things. But I don't feel like I have to. I don't feel like I'm constantly chasing the next best thing, trying to solve intricate hair care needs with products. Y'all, find a stylist. I know a lot of us don't want to hear that, but find a stylist. You can find somebody who's not going to chop all of your hair off every time you sit in a chair. You can. I promise you can. And it doesn't have to be an arm and a leg, someone who charges $800 for a curly cut. It does not have to be that. My stylist is not a curl specialist, okay? But she's great at what she does. And I just feel like we all need to be cool again. Like, we really do. Us, the consumers, the stylists, and shit, even the YouTubers, because I'll be learning a whole lot from stylists, okay? We all need to be cool again. I miss that. I miss salon culture. We need to be tight again. Go find a stylist that you trust and get some help, babe. And it will save you money. It will absolutely save you money. Y'all, a clearance shelf hates to see me coming, okay? A discount store can't stand to see my little thick ass coming, okay? I love shopping discount stores. I love shopping clearance sections. Now, I don't necessarily shop them for every type of hair product. For example, salon hair care like Nexus, Diva Curl, AG Hair Care, Redken, brands like that. They're not even supposed to be being sold in grocery stores. They're unregulated. So if I see them in a TJ Maxx, something like that, I'm probably not going to pick those up because where they came from, they shouldn't have been there in the first place. But my favorite natural hair care brands like TGIN, Curlsmith, The Do, Camille Rose from time to time, The Main Choice. I found Adjua in there. Listen, TJ Maxx and Marshalls, I be fucking it up. Definitely go out and see what you can find. I know that as much as we all love our super pricey products, our botanical products and supporting our Black owned brands, sometimes the money is just tight. And sometimes, like, if you really need that product, if you come across it at like 50% off retail price, you're gonna pick it up. Also, like, always check your clearance sections. I always make it a point to check my Target clearance sections frequently because they clearance on a schedule. It's not that the product has gone bad. It's not that it's a bunch of stuff that necessarily nobody wants, but they do kind of have a schedule of when they turn things around. Or if a brand is discontinuing a line, they're taking it out of stores, they'll put it in the clearance sections, or they'll just send it off to a TJ Maxx or a Marshalls. I love discount shopping. It makes me so happy. My last haul had a lot of awesome products from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. You can find so many great natural hair care brands in there. Just be mindful, double check your products, make sure that no one's been digging their little fingers up in there before you take it home, okay? As someone who used to be a TJX employee, check everything you buy. Not just the hair care, okay? Check everything you buy. I'm just saying, because people are weird and rude. But make sure you check that baby, and if it look good, take that baby home, okay? I got a bunch of Curlsmith products for like $12 to $15. When you guys know Curlsmith regularly runs around like $28 a bottle. And I pay for it because it's good. But those were coming home with me. Check your discount stores. Check your clearance sections. And also, make sure you stay up with your favorite brands and check when they're having sales. A lot of these natural hair care brands have been really generous with the sales lately. Black Friday is always great if you're someone who likes to just get what you need, get what you know you'll use throughout the year, and just be done with it. But I encourage you to look at what sales are going on throughout the year, because I found that a lot of these brands have been giving better sales throughout the year than they have been giving on Black Friday. And not only that, but you have a better chance of what you need being in stock. A lot of the brands that I did not shop Black Friday were simply misses for me because they didn't have all the products that I needed in stock, and I refused to ship like 2 products to my door. I just refused to. When I shopped those brands later on in the year, they had everything I wanted, And for some of them, the sales were better than what they were during Black Friday. So make sure you're following your favorite brands on social media, keeping up with their sales, and check those discount stores, babes. Nothing wrong with a little clearance section action. The clearance section has put me onto some gems, okay? I'm going to say this again because I love y'all. Only buy what you need. Do not shop like a YouTuber. You do not have a YouTube channel, babes. A lot of these days, I don't even shop like a YouTuber because I'm so focused on using up products. I know that a lot of us get on the internet and we see these lifestyles and we see people who have all of these things. We have these things because it's our job to talk about them. We have these things because it's our job to evaluate them. A lot of these things that we have, we didn't even buy ourselves. Somebody sent it to us. Do not chase this level of excess, okay? You don't need all of that. If you are someone who is sitting at home with shelves and shelves and shelves and shelves of natural hair products you are never going to be able to get through, look, that's your choice. But you do not have to have all of that to have a successful natural hair journey. I think a lot of people feel this need to try everything that everyone else has tried, this need to keep up with people, even if you don't have a camera on you every single day. You don't need to do that. Buy the things that you know that you will get through. Like I said, shampoo, conditioner, a moisturizer, and then if you want to start adding other stylers into the mix, do that. And get enough that you know it will last for you. There is nothing wrong with going through the bottle and going to the store and picking up another one. You know, if you have a ton of hair, you know, you on some Kelsey and Kendra type stuff, you may need larger products. Absolutely. But a lot of us shop like we have Glam Twins hair and we have like a third of the hair on their head. We do. We don't have all of that. And that's okay. You know, I used to do it too. I'm like, I'm using all this product on my head and then I'm realizing, bitch, you ain't got all that on your head. Why are you doing this? You know, it's like this inherent move towards excess that you don't have to do. If you have that much hair on your head, do it. If you have yourself and little ones and other people that you're shopping for, absolutely get the bulk that you need. But if it's just you, babes, and you ain't got all that, keep it simple. And it makes it so much easier to try things without feeling guilty, without being upset that something didn't work out. When you're only buying what you need and what you know you're going to use, and one thing doesn't work out, it makes you feel way better than when you buy 20 bottles of something and only one of those products you like. It feels real different. If I did not have this channel right now, y'all, I would not have all these products. I wouldn't. I would have a sizable stash. I absolutely would. But I wouldn't have near as much as I have. And I would not be shopping for new things at the rate that I am if I did not have this channel. If it was just regular little old me, we wouldn't be doing all that. But I'm here to give y'all all the tea. But that's not something that y'all need to be worrying about. Only get what you need, only get what you know you will use, and then re-up when it's time to re-up. Number 5, last but certainly not least, treat yourself in moderation. Just because we're saving money and not going overboard doesn't mean that we cannot try new things. It doesn't mean that we can't get us that fancy little hair product that we've been wanting to try out that everybody loves. Curiosity is curiosity, and I think that's something that you need to be able to curb in order to keep yourself from binge spending, you know? Like I can be a binge spender. I get stressed out and I go online shopping. Like I'm that kind of person. I don't pick up a bottle. I open a webpage, you know? And so I feel like one of the easiest ways to curb that for people, especially if you're someone who's trying to get out of the habit of purchasing a lot in excess, treat yourself to that one expensive product like you've really been wanting. Get yourself that one expensive product that, like, you know it's a little bit out of your price range, but you love it. You love the results. It keeps you going. Get it. For me, that was Camille Rose Curl Maker. Back in undergrad, when I first went natural, I could not afford to have a full lineup of Camille Rose. I couldn't afford Trey Lux, you know. All these brands that I love and adore now, I could not afford them. And then later on, when I was able to work more, you know, I was able to start picking up more of those products. But I wasn't able to afford to have like those collections like that. But I would treat myself to a bottle of Curl Maker, you know, and I would use that bottle of Curl Maker up within like 6 months. You know, 2 bottles of Curl Maker a year is not bad. So that would be like the expensive product that I would always keep in my routine. Whereas, you know, my shampoo and conditioner were like Cream of Nature. And I might have like a one-off like Shea Moisture Deep Conditioner or, you know, things like that, but not too much. That was kind of how I allowed myself to make sure that I always had the things that I needed, but still was able to try out things that I wanted. I had that one really nice, luxurious product that I really, really wanted. And other things I would pick up would already be inexpensive, or I would shop like those sales. Do y'all remember when Shea Moisture actually used to have like really bomb sales, and they would have like buy one get one like freeze, and yeah, eventually it became like buy one get one half off, but but you would be able to get like 2 for 1 all the time on Shea Moisture back in the day. And so I would stock up on things that I wanted to try from them. And you know, once I got my money up, then I would try some other things. And I was edging into Karen's Body Beautiful. Remember Karen's Body Beautiful? And Miss Jessie's, you know, because Miss Jessie's cost a grip too. But I would find little ways to give myself little bits of joy, even though I couldn't afford to have the stash, you know? I couldn't afford to have all of these things, but I was still able to afford myself a little bit of joy in having this like one thing that I wanted to try. And sometimes the products worked really, really well for me. And there would be products that I might splurge and get again. And sometimes I would try the product and I'd be like, I mean, everybody loves it, but I'm cool. It's all right, you know? And that would be the end of that. But I was still able to kind of treat myself a little bit. Treat yourself. Because if you don't find little places to treat yourself, you will end up going on an all-out binge. And that can be just as bad for your wallet. It really can. So that is it for this video. These are my tips for keeping an affordable natural hair journey in check. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I feel like videos like this are really helpful just to kind of keep us like grounded, you know? And also make sure that you guys are not feeling so deeply overwhelmed in your journeys and feeling like you have to keep up with the Joneses. You don't. The only person you have to keep up with in your natural hair journey is yourself. That's the only person that matters. In your natural hair care journey, the only person that matters is you. Don't worry about everybody else. You will be fine, babes. Like I said, if there are any kind of branch off videos that you guys would like me to do, like evaluating your hair care needs, how to pick out what products are best for you. If you want more so isolated, targeted videos like that, let me know. Y'all just let me know what you feeling in the comments below. Do you have any money saving tips, things that other naturals would really be able to put to use? Drop them in the comments if you do. All right, y'all, I love you so much. Thank you so much for pulling up again. Tomorrow, we will be back to talk about what is in my hair. It's a good one. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.